Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Hope you guys are keeping well, inshallah, bismillah. Today, inshallah ta'ala, we are going to start the new chapter. That is a chapter number 9 and the last chapter of the section 2. That was actually our organization chapter, the business organization, where we have discussed a lot about the span of control, chain of commands, functions of management, and all these things. And the last chapter is talking about communication. So, in this particular session, we are going to see the importance of the effective communication in business, along with internal and external communication. Like always, we have the three objectives, the three main objectives of today's lesson. The first one, we will explain the role of effective communication in business. The second thing, I will try to explain you the meaning of message in communication. Okay, and the last thing, we will differentiate between internal and external communication with few examples. Here is the Islamic integration of our topic. Communication is something we all are aware of it, and we do communicate a lot, all the time. Most of the time when we are awake, we try to communicate something to others. Okay, and it could be in the form of words or the other gestures, but we do communicate. When we try to integrate this topic with with Islam, so we have the role model Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we know that he used to use the very clear words and expressions while communicating to others. Uh, by actually he taking into consideration the all the ethics of communication. So when we are using the clear words, there are the chances that this process will be beneficial for both of us and we can yield the objectives easily. So let's see our first objective, the role of communication in business. As I told you in my previous slide that we do communicate, all of us, yeah. And communication is something, the ability to communicate is a gift from Allah. Allamahul Bayan. In Surah Rahman, Allah says that Allah gave us or granted us the ability to communicate. No one can deny the importance of communication. Well, in business, it is very, very important. Um, if you link it, like we do communicate to our customers, our suppliers, our staff members, and if we are not using the clear and proper words, or you could say in other words that if the message is not that much clear, then there is no point to do or go for the communication because we are not going to get the objectives. It's not only the to convey the message, it's the conveying the message effectively. And it is also very important that we should convey the message at the proper time to the proper person with the proper words. So then only it will be effective and it will help us to the foster our good working relationship between us and our staff and our customers as well. uh, and the business will be, it will be productive and it will be efficient. So in previous slide we talk about the effective communication. you know I think so you do agree that businesses need to communicate with their customers, not only the customers but the other organizations also, and employees on a daily basis. A business that fails to communicate the right information at the right time to the right people or organization will not be successful. So this is the right information or this conveying. What actually you are conveying? That is the this piece of the info which you are trying to convey. That is the message. Okay. Now the message can be verbal and it can be non-verbal or it can be the mixture of both. Okay, there's no hard and fast rule for that. It could be in the speech form or it could be in the writing form, like you can email to someone, you can give the speech to someone, even the advertisement which you are using to to provide the awareness about the product. It is a one form of the message which are you delivering to your potential customer. So this all is the main content is a message. If there is a sender and receiver, but there is no message, then there is no communication. So message is the most important part, and the message or the communication can be formal or informal. Informal and formal, you guys are very much aware about this, because in English also you do the formal writing and informal writing. So if you use the formal words, it is known as the formal message. If you are using the slang language or the different kind of the the day-to-day words, then it could be the informal. But both are the part of the communication, and the sender is the one who is conveying the message to the one who is receiving it. It is known as receiver. So guys, so far we are done with our two objectives. The first one was the role of communication. So I hope it is very much clear. The second one was the message, and it is also clear, I hope, inshallah ta'ala. This chapter is very interesting, and at the same time it's very easy. There is nothing, not the the difficult concepts or something complicated terms. Most of the things, when you see the heading, you will get it easily. But this chapter is very, very important from CI point of view. Uh, every year you can find some questions related to it, uh, or rather, I could say that there is no business without the communication. Okay, anyways, now we are dividing the communication in two parts. One is the internal communication and one is the external communication. In this particular slide, I'm talking about internal communication. Um, if you can relate it with the internal recruitment when you are hiring the employee within the organization. That is the internal recruitment. Same over here. When you are conveying the message within the organization, within the employees or the staff, or like within the organization, any person, it is known as internal communication. The message and information passed between people within an organization. It is a classical definition of the internal organization. Now it can be in any form. You can have the dialogues with your employees, the chat between the two workers, the chit chat over the tea or this like this, or just gossip discussion. This all comes under internal communication, or the you can say the strict toned message, the formal message that comes from the top management to the lower staff. It is also the internal communication. It can be formal and informal. Okay, and now we will see the external communication. If you understood internal communication, then external communication is completely vice versa, and you can easily get it, or I could say that you already got it. The You could say the transmission of message or transmission of info is between the one organization, okay, the parent organization, and with any other person that is belong to other company or complete another entirely new entity or any organization. It's known as external communication. Now this could be like you are talking to your customers. You are giving the awareness about the product of your company to potential customer. You are placing the order with suppliers, your investors. You are dealing with the bank related to your, you want to borrow the finance or something. You are having the dialogues with your shareholders over any issue, or you are talking to the society at large. This all will come under the umbrella of external communication. Only within organization, what you do, what you convey, that is the internal. Apart from it, if any person who is not belonging to the organization and you are communicating to him or you are transmitting the message, it will be known as external communication. I hope it is clear. This is the last slide, and apparently it highlights the importance of both. We cannot say that internal is important and external is not important, or internal is more important than external, or external is more important than internal. It's not like this. In businesses, the both type of the communications are very, very important, and they both actually play the very vital role in the success of any business or organization. Internal communication, it helps, to keep the employees connected with the business. You are conveying the organization goals, vision, objectives, guidelines, instructions, how they have to work. This is a training. This is also the one type of the internal communication which you are providing your employees about the work related or ethics or something. Same external communications, the info you pass or transmit through the newsletters, media stories, the press releases, all these things when you try to communicate or you are striving to know, to convey about the company's, your company's goals, your workplace ethics, the culture of your company, the environmental effort you are putting, or the image you are conveying, your brand image, your the loyalty you try to create with the customers. You are trying to create the bond with your customers, or you are persuading your potential customer to buy your products. This all actually help to strengthen the public relation efforts of a company, and this all known as external communication. So actually the point is there that both type of the communications are very, very important, and I hope the objectives are achieved. So far, I don't know, I don't think there is any doubt, but still, if you are facing any problem, you can communicate. Okay, communicate again. So, Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. There is no actually nothing without the communication. Okay, so Assalamu alaikum.